You've got it tuned to KEXP. We are listener-powered radio at 90.3 FM in Seattle, streaming worldwide at kexp.org. And I'm Cheryl Waters, so excited to be down here in the KEXP studios with musicians that we have loved for a very long time. And they've got a brand new album, Cousin. It's Wilco, live on KEXP. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
So excited to hear these songs live.
That's a little thing. Somehow that's all I do. Strange as that seems, I've outlived my dreams. My suitcase in the street in the rain. Time slows like a new Van Gogh, setting fire to the frame. Oh, I'm a flag where the wind won't blow. I'm a kid that never grows. My body lays never taken away. too true for me to know. Oh no, am I gone before I go?
You're listening to Wilco live on KEXP, playing songs from their newest album, Cousin.
cut in on you. What I want, I wouldn't want. What I mean to say, I'm nothing. I cut in on you. I cut in on you. Oh, what I want, I wouldn't want. What I mean to say, I'm nothing. My cousin, I'm you. Live by light, can't do that. When your red lines cross with mine, object to you, our deals unstruck. What a time to be brave, walking around an empty grave. Where the dead you save, fill an empty grave. What I want, I wouldn't want. What I mean to say, you're my cousin, my cousin. I'm you. Oh, what I want, I wouldn't want. What I mean to say, I'm nothing. I'm loving. I'm true. Live by light, you can't do that. When your red lines get crossed with mine, object to you, our deals unstruck. Never hurts to cry. Never hurts to cry. Never hurts to cry. Never hurts to cry. The dead awake in waves. 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 The dead awake in waves.
You're listening to Wilco live on KEXP.
So good to see you again. I'd almost forgotten what it's like to be this tired. Hold my hand across the table. Act like Yay.
That is Wilco live on KEXP playing songs from the new album Cousin, which I absolutely love. It is such a pleasure to hear you performing those songs live here in the
Thank you.
KEXP studio. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
It's such a wonderful record. And how has it felt to start sharing these songs with a live audience?
It's been good. I mean, we're playing a lot of them, and that's always a challenge for a band that's been around for a long time and has an audience that has a lot of old records that they want to hear. But it seems to be going great. Seems like people are digging it.
Well, I was at the show last night, and I thought it sounded fantastic.
Oh, good.
And I have to say, I was so delighted to see that you worked with the incredible Kate LeBon. I don't know anyone who doesn't admire her work and just love her. And this is your first album in something like 16 years where you've invited someone into the mix in the producer role. And I'm wondering, what about working with Kate in this capacity that you found intriguing, and what made you want to mix it up this time around?
Well, Wilco kind of takes a different approach on every record, and it has been a while since we've brought. I mean, we work with people all the time, like Tom Schick, and we've worked with Jim Scott. But yeah, another artist like Jim O'Rourke back, years ago, being involved is always really intriguing. I think to have another sensibility there in the room, and it's like. The first thing a producer is an audience, which is kind of a cool thing to have an audience that you really, want to make happy. But I think Kate made a track for a compilation of Wilco covers, and she recorded it in our studio in Chicago. And I think that was the first time I thought it'd be fun to work with her, because she took a song of ours, Company in My Back, and reimagined it and used basically our tools, and it sounded really fresh and interesting to me, so that was the first, I think, inkling I had of the idea that it might be fun to work with her.
I heard that Kate came into the process super prepared, almost in a really intense way. Yeah. What was that like? What was it like? Was she bossy?
No. Oh my God. Yeah, in a good way. I mean, but yeah, super prepared, and really had done her homework and knew the songs inside and out, knew the lyrics, which was kind of amazing. She never had to refer to a lyric sheet. She kind of sang along with everything that we were working on. So it's really made me feel good. I think it was nice to have some. I don't know, just that level of commitment is really reassuring.
What do you think Kate brought to the record that might not have been there without her, that you can kind of put your finger on?
Gosh, I mean, she tends to really gravitate towards icier sounds and like chorus and some things that I think we've maybe overlooked a little bit from our palette over the years, because we grew up in a time where a lot of those sounds were being kind of utilized by pop music and things that we weren't as interested in, but they're really unique and beautiful sounds, and I think it was really helpful to kind of, have someone kind of point us in the direction of some new textures that we hadn't used before.
I think it's really fantastically powerful addition to the record, that sort of experimental pop sound, yet you still recognize it, obviously, as Wilco.
Yeah, I think it's Mark Greenberg, our studio manager, said it sounds like Wilco, but with a different lighting director. It's like hung, just a gallery where things are hung a little bit differently and lit a little bit differently.
It sounds like you were introducing a few songs at a time into your live show. Was it challenging to translate these songs to a live setting?
More challenging than some records, maybe. Ode to Joy was extremely challenging, and this came a little bit easier than that. Cruel Country was really easy because it was basically recorded that way, recorded live. And Every record presents different challenges for, putting music across in front of an audience. But we've been really happy with how this material has kind of already kind of evolved into its own thing live, and I feel like we're being able to recreate the essence of it, but still kind of bring an energy to it that is more fitting for a live performance.
I think about how the songs grow for me as a listener and a fan, and for you. Last night I was at the show singing along to every word, if I ever was a child, probably too loud for the people standing around me.
I heard you.
I bet you did. And I loved that song immediately when it came out on the album. And I remember reading somewhere, I might be mistaken but you hadn't necessarily thought that was going to resonate with people as much as it did. And I just wonder, when you make an album, how often you think, this one's just really going to bring the house down.
I'm almost always wrong about everything. You can quote me on that, just in general. But if I ever was a child, I think we were shocked to find that we were on tour in Europe when we decided to play that song a few times, and we started to notice that these audiences in Europe really knew that song as well as almost anything else in our catalog. It was really kind of shocking to us. And so we played it a lot more over there, and then the same thing has started to happen here, it seems like.
I love it. And I think of what a wonderful songwriter you are. And I read your book, Let's Go So We Can Get Back. And I love how you describe, how you came into music at a very young age and wanted to be a songwriter. And you worked so very hard at being a songwriter and really toiled over it. And more recently, you say that these days you just have to pick up a pen or a guitar and beckon, and the music comes. And I wonder what you'd say to young Jeff about writing songs.
Young Jeff is still the one writing songs, I think. I'm an older person now, but I think that is the person that I think that person still has a lot to teach me. I try and stay connected to the kid that really had a wild imagination about himself being capable of writing songs, and a belief in the idea that was something beautiful to do. So I don't know if I'd have much advice. I think, keep it up. It's like, it was what I would say.
Well, there is a real self-awareness that comes across in your creative process, I think, and you talk about that, discovering that about yourself as a young boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I do think that in general, a lot of people that feel like they don't have a creative spark are waiting around for something that you need to put yourself in the path of, and that generally works better than waiting around for inspiration. Like, for example, like you were saying, picking up the guitar or the pen, puts yourself in the path of something interesting happening. Some sort of, just a moment that you feel happy to have been aware of.
Well, we've been so fortunate to be along for the ride of these many moments put together that have made several decades now, and it's just such a pleasure to watch this band interact. I was at the show last night, and it was so magical. And just multiple times during the show, Jeff, when Nels and Patrick were ripping it up during guitar solos like Impossible Germany and Box Full of Letters, you're just sitting back there with this beatific smile on your face. It just feels like a combination of pride and admiration, and like you're saying to us, look at that. Isn't that a thing of beauty? And I get to play with these people every night.
Absolutely. It's incredible. I mean, I love when it's not focused on me, for one, but it's also just a thrill to get, just to hear what they come up with every night. And it's always different. It's always exciting. And, I'm really proud of what we've been able to put together as a band and as a group of friends making stuff.
Well, it sounds like you continue to surprise and impress each other and learn from each other all the time.
I mean, what else is a band? I mean, that's what it's supposed to be, right?
You've talked about those moments right before a show where you all just get everybody out and it's just the band. I'm wondering if that's like a pre-show ritual. You've even said it would be cool if the audience could just file by the open door and see that magical moment.
Well, we practice a little bit every night before the show, and that's what that's one of my favorite parts of the day, because Wilco sounds like Wilco in a tiny little like dressing room, and I think that's one of the unique aspects of what we do is like can dynamically scale ourselves down to any size room and hopefully, meet the demands of a bigger room even. But the actual pre-show rituals and protocols are very tightly held state secrets.
All right. We'll let you keep that under lock and key. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to see any of you stop by the KEXP studio. We've had many of you visit in various incarnations, and it's just such a thrill to have Wilco here today and on the release of this beautiful album, Cousin.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much to our wonderful viewers and listeners who make incredible sessions like this possible. We are a listener-powered station. You can find out more about us and make a gift anytime in support of great live music and discovery at KEXP.org. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. You get notification every time we launch a great new video. Once again, a big thank you to Wilco, live on KEXP.
Discover new music at listener-powered KEXP.org.